Hello, thank you for joining. Today I am going to be covering some of chapter 24 in the book of Matthew. Here is really referencing examining your race. This is what this title is all about. Examine your race, okay? Jesus pointed out some things that were going to happen before the end comes. All right, so just again, I'm not going to read the whole chapter. It's definitely important for you to do so. I'm just pointing out some things because it's all about examining your race. Okay? But in the beginning, it talks about how Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples that came to him um, to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus was trying to explain to them that at some point, the stones were going to be literally um, thrown down. So he continued to give them some understanding of what was to come. And he's talked about how deception was going to be great. He told us about the wars and the rumors of wars. He told about the different things that was happening all in the earth, famines, pestilence, earthquakes in many places. And then he tells us it's the beginning, okay, of the trauma that of the earth. So he also told us to be very careful of people who are false prophets because they will rise up and deceive many. And he also told us how the love of many was going to wax cold. But the very important thing I want you to focus on is what he said in verse 13. He said, "But he that endure until the end shall be saved." That is very critical. He that endures until the end shall be saved. So this is all about examining your race. What does your race look like? How are you enduring? Because it's all about us individually, not about other people. We can look at other people and say, they're not doing what, but you know what? God sees that. If you see it, best believe, okay? Please believe that the Lord sees it too. But he wants you to focus on yours. What does yours look like, okay? And if you focus on your race, then you will pretty much be ahead of the game because you have understanding how important it is to stay focused on your race and do what it takes for you to finish strong, right? So, I'm going to read that again in a different translation because it is so important, and I can't stress it enough how we all must focus on our own individual race in the Lord. So it says very clearly, "But the one who endures to the end," he said, "the same, okay, shall be saved." I'm going to say it again. "But the one who endures to the end will be saved." And this is the NLT version. The King James Version says, "He that endures to the end, the same shall be saved." Again, the New Living Translation says, "The one who endures to the end will be saved." So you have to personally examine yourself every single day to see how well you're running your race. And you want to make sure you're running your race the way the Lord will have you to. Because everybody's walk is different. When I say everybody's walk is different, we all have the same expectations, meaning to fear the Lord and live for Him, okay? But there's some individual expectations that no one else has but you in reference to um, fulfilling your race that God has called you to. So I hope these words have found you well. And until the next time you sit with me, God bless you. Enjoy your tea.